We're definitely talking crazy here. We're definitely talking crazy.
Oh,
what?
You done here, Softbone?
Yeah, I'm done.
We're definitely talking crazy here.
Okay. So right at the beginning of this conversation, you said that a concept is an abstract idea, and you're arguing that Lobo is a concept, right?
Yeah, I think
I don't think that Lobo is an idea at all. Why is he an idea? I think he's a being that can engage in actions.
How he's defined. I think the abstract way that he's referred to as the series attributes the fact that he is the abstract idea of death.
He's not an idea at all. He's a being that can do things. Ideas are things in the minds of beings.
Yeah. Death is a thing. Yes, death is an abstract idea.
No, there's the abstract idea of death, and then there is death as it actually happens.
Yeah. So death, which is the abstract idea of how it's referred to.
I don't even necessarily agree that death is an abstract idea, actually. It might be a concrete idea, right? Because it's about a physical process that happens to things. But
yeah, and I think
if you want to say, even if you want to say it is abstract.
Yeah, there's an abstract form of that, is there not?
To what?
Is there an abstract form of the actual process of death? The way that it's defined from the non... You said, no. Okay, sure, prove that.
No.
Yeah,
death is when a living physical thing enters a state where it's no longer living. It's something that happens to physical things.
That doesn't address my argument, period.
It's a change in physical states, not
You're not addressing my argument, period. You said that it is not a concept. It can't have an abstract form.
No, I'm saying Lobo's not a concept. I'm saying Lobo's not a concept. There's concepts of everything.
We're on the argument of death right now, and you have not provided a case why you said that death can't have an abstract form, and you disagree with that.
When did I say anything about that? I'm saying Lobo is not a concept. Death is a state change in physical objects, and is therefore also a physical thing. We can have concepts and ideas about death, but I don't think that Lobo is an idea. He's a being.
Yeah. So, that means you conceded upon the point that you said earlier, because before you said we can't.
What are you talking about? We're talking about whether Lobo is a concept.
No, before you said.
Look, I don't care about whatever this waffly shit is. I'm talking about the premise of the debate. Lobo can't be a concept as you defined it because he's not an idea, okay? He's a being that does things in the world with actions. In fact, Lobo has his own beliefs and ideas.
Hold up, I'm charging my phone. Hold on a second.
As you defined concept, there's no way for him to be one because he's not an idea. He's not himself an idea.
Am I good? What's actually my charge? Hold up. Give me a second.
I don't know why he's avoiding just this one point and making a single point.
I think I'm good. Wait. All right, yeah, okay. I think I'm good right now. Sorry, my phone's tweaking.
But your argument that Lobo is an idea is bad. He's not an idea.
Yeah, wait. My entire point was the fact that you conceded upon your initial claim that death can't happen.
I don't care about that. I care about whether Lobo is a concept.
Okay, so
you said a concept is an abstract idea, and I'm arguing that Lobo's not an idea at all. He's a being that can engage in actions.
Talk about that. I'm going to address your argument, but I just wanted to confirm that you actually conceded upon the last point.
I haven't conceded on anything yet. I'm talking about whether Lobo is a concept or not. You said a concept is an abstract idea.
There was no concession.
You said, you can think that. He said that death does not have an abstract form, and then you literally said
I said death itself isn't abstract. Death itself is not abstract.
Sure. No, you said directly that you said.
I even did an argument for why it's not abstract. It's a physical thing. It's a physical state.
You conceded. Okay, cool.
He didn't acknowledge. No. The issue is he didn't acknowledge. He didn't acknowledge your contestment to that. Like he didn't acknowledge that. Right, so there's no concession to be made. There's no acknowledgement.
You can view that. I think he directly conceded, and he said.
Talking to a wall
whatever. Who cares whatever you think? Fucking Iceman. I just care about whether Lobo is a concept. Why are you dodging me?
Now that I got you to concede that point, we're going to talk about.
I haven't conceded anything.
Okay, sure. You can think that.
I do think that.
So Lobo, So there's multiple things in the movie that support that Lobo is again the abstract idea of death.
Why is he an idea? He's clearly a being that can engage in actions.
Okay.
I don't think that
Okay,
the
do you
ideas
think a
can
being
engage in
can't be
actions.
an idea? Wait. Do you think a being can't be an idea?
Yeah, I don't think an idea is a being. No.
Okay, so wait. What do you think? What do you think a being is? Hold on, let me put this up. What do you think a being
is
is?
something that can have beliefs and engage in actions in the world.
Okay,
Like it can perform actions and it has intentions and things like that, right? That's what I mean by being. So I mean something like a thinking being, or I think something with a mind, right? As opposed to just like, because you could say like a rock.
I don't think that's the case. I just think a being is a state of living or existence.
I don't care what you think it is. I'm saying that what he is, as something that engages in actions, is not the kind of thing an idea is.
Yeah, sure. What I think is the literal definition of being. So you don't care about the literal definition?
No, I don't.
Okay, so you don't. So how are we going to communicate here? How are we going to actually exchange dialectics?
I just told you what I think the being is. That's how.
Okay, yeah, but what you think isn't the same thing as what is
stated. I studied ontology for about 10 years. Okay, and what being is a very complicated question. So I'm telling you that by being, I meant something that can engage in actions and have beliefs and has a mind and things like that. Which ideas don't do.
You just said verbatim that you don't care about the actual definition of something.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Yeah, sure. So how
there is no actual definition for anything anyway. There are definitions for things.
Sure, what did you just say? I don't understand it. I can't understand because we don't appeal to those definitions.
Okay, I don't care whether you can understand it.
Okay,
sure. What did you just say? And follows.
But what did you just say?
Look, ideas aren't the kind of things that engage in actions.
I don't understand.
Lobo is the kind of thing, he's a being that engages in actions.
Pierre, I can't understand this argument because I don't.
Okay, that's fine. You don't have to understand it. I don't care whether you understand it.
So you're talking to a wall. We can't exchange dialectics, Pierre.
Okay, so that's fine. We're done here. You can see you can't rebut any of my arguments.
Shit, you're stupid, Pierre.
You just admitted you can't respond to the argument I'm making, which is very plain for everyone to understand. I don't care whether you personally know what I'm saying, okay? The argument I'm making is plain.
Nobody understands what you're saying because you just said definition.
Really, nobody understands what I'm saying. Let's ask anybody here. Kostu, do you understand what I'm saying?
I see. You have to actually respond to it.
I know.
Okay, so you're wrong about that. People do understand what I'm saying. What you're doing is you're ratting out of my argument because you have no counter-argument.
So, Parrot, actually give me an argument right now that isn't using the definition. Go ahead.
What? I do that all the time. All the words I use are without definition.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Do you think the meaning of words comes from their definition?
How do we know that?
You understand that words have meanings and then they're put in the dictionary, right?
How does anyone here know that to be the case?
What do you mean by direct observation?
How
by
does
the way
anyone
language
here
works?
know that to be the case? Answer my question, Parrot. How does anyone
He was literally answering your question.
I just explained how. It's very obvious that we can use words without having a dictionary in front of us.
Yeah, sure.
The meaning of words does not come from a dictionary definition. It's a contextual thing that's built up over their use.
Yeah, sure. We're using things contextually that are attributed by definitions, and then we have.
I think meaning is emergent. It doesn't come from dictionaries.
So there's a colloquial definition or things that we use to summarize something.
I didn't say anything about colloquially. I'm talking about. I'm saying that a dictionary definition is not where the meaning of a word comes from.
You don't need the definition. The colloquial is just the same, but the colloquial stems from the actual definition that we attribute as a society. Are you done? Are you going to
have no idea what a definition is? Look, a definition is something that we use to try and summarize the context of the word existing. But it is not itself the context.
Colloquial definitions are summaries that we use in typical conversations.
I never said anything about colloquial. Why are you talking about colloquial definitions?
I'm defining to you how you can use a word within a sentence without actually...
Because I'm an expert in the field and have been for about a decade.
Actually, things that are used in a colloquial manner stem from the literary definition, but the literary takes place...
No, they don't. Nothing stems from the definition.
Sure. What is logic? What is
logic? Well, it's a lot of different things. I think it's a tool that's applied to language in order to analyze it more deeply.
That itself is logic in itself. Everything can be defined to be logic. Do you agree?
Everything could be defined to be logic? I have no idea what you're saying.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know what that means or how that has anything to do with anything. Look, I've made the clear point already that definitions in dictionaries aren't what determine what a word means.
Parrot, A equals A, very simple. It's not hard to understand. Everything can be defined or used in the case of logic.
I don't know why you're bringing up A equals A, which is not even something that I agree with.
Basic forms of logic, Parrot?
A equals A is not a form of
Why
logic.
did you stutter? Answer the question.
It's not a form of logic. It's a law of logic that Aristotle extracted from Parmenides.
So again,
Aristotle didn't even call it a law of logic. He called it a law of thought. And it comes from a misunderstanding that Porphyry did in his examination of Aristotle's text of logic.
Something identifying as itself is a form of logic, period.
No, it isn't. It's a law of logic. Okay, we can.
Sure. What is a law? What is a law of logic?
I'll explain. A law of logic is a law that logic must follow. It's like a presupposition.
A law that logic must follow. Which way did I use the word form contextually?
Form? I don't give a fuck what you think he meant.
Yeah, so
I'm talking about the way Aristotle talked about it. Aristotle doesn't even call it a law of logic. He calls it a law of thought.
Hence, it's the law of identity. Congrats. You agree the law of identity is a law of identity because of the way it's prescribed. And again, if it's equal in itself, then it is prescribed as the law of identity.
What the fuck are you talking about? What does that have to do with anything?
That it has to do with my entire point.
I think that things can refer to other things without literally being them.
Definitions.
Yeah, definitions in dictionaries or whatever. I don't think that there's that in all of our heads there's like this catalog of definitions, and then when we go to pull out a word, we rely on that definition. Is a bunch of related contextual meanings.
Yeah, sure.
And all of this that you're doing here is an attempt to avoid my argument.
Was simply showing to you again that we use colloquial words. That's my counter to that. We have colloquial definitions.
I have no idea what you think a colloquial word is.
Yes, sure.
I don't know why you're talking about that. All that has to do with Lobo being a concept.
All relative sense. There you go.
Are you going to argue that Lobo is an idea or not?
No, I just did, and you simply have not responded to my argument.
What argument that Lobo is an idea?
Yeah, I went off on abstracts, and I told you how I think he's defined to be the abstract idea based on how we see him contextually in the book.
All ideas are depending on what you think abstract
means. You're gonna say all ideas are abstract? Please say that.
Yeah, I do think all ideas are abstract. I don't think they're physical things.
Okay, sure. So I think. Okay. Anyone that thinks
the definition that you sent him is a different meaning of the word abstract.
Sure. So because people think that's death, that's an abstract idea. Thank you.
They have an idea about him, but death itself is not abstract.
People think of death. Do you know what a thought is? You just said all ideas are abstract, correct?
Yeah, having an idea is abstract. Lobo himself is not an idea.
What is an idea? Thank you. What is
an idea? Is something in the mind of a being.
Okay, yeah, so we think of death in the mind of us, or they think of death
but Lobo isn't in your mind. The idea of Lobo is in your mind.
Holy shit.
So Lobo himself is not an idea.
You're fucking dumb, Perry. Holy fuck. You literally just agree that he's abstract.
When did I say that?
Oh my god. Bro,
do you think Lobo is an idea,
Answer my question.
Eister? Is Lobo an idea, Eister?
Answer my... You literally just agreed that he is. You said all ideas are abstract, and I said they...
No, when did I agree that he was an idea? I never agreed he was an idea.
Yeah, they think of him...
I said all ideas are abstract. That's fine. Even though that's not the definition you said.
They think of the movie as idea. Kitty Saw says it directly during the ending of the movie.
Says what about him?
Yeah, she says directly during the fourth act of the movie when she says, I didn't think that you were actually being serious about death, the entirety of it. They're referring to it as an idea. That's what they believe it to be.
Use the word idea? Sure. He's clearly a being that can commit to actions. He's not just an idea. If he was just an idea, he would only exist in their mind.
I'm getting the concept, and then I'm getting the timestamp, and after the timestamp, we're going to conclusions. And then I'm going to leave.
Okay, so you're going to concede.
I'm going to conclusions after I get this time.
But you haven't proved he's an idea.
Okay, I think I did. That's cool. You can think I didn't. That's
okay, like, I'll give a definitive argument for how he can't be an idea. Because an idea can't interact with things and do things in the world. And that's something that Lobo does. If he was an idea, he would only exist in the mind of other beings. But he doesn't. He exists in the world. He does things in the world. Unlike ideas.
Here we have, get it right. Where is it?
You have to respond to that, by the way. You can't ignore it.
Okay, you can stop talking over and suck your dad's cock.
If you don't respond to it, I will take it as you conceding that point.
Yeah.
Which already conceded my
argument. I just said I'm going to post this timestamp, not going to get shotgunned by multiple arguments. Get off his knees.
We haven't responded to
Don't be weird, dude. Don't be weird about it. Don't be weird about it.
Argument.
Yeah, don't be weird about it.
Okay, stop sucking his dick then, nigga. We're having a conversation.
Hey. Nigga, all I need to be... How long you being that weird?
Yo, fucking bass.
Stop
interrupting. The homophobia quick as fuck.
Let me pull the timestamp.
Can all the randoms just not join into the debate?
Dog, settle that forehead thing. Relax.
Holy shit, like stop sucking his cock. Let me post this timestamp.
He's sweating, bro. I can hear
What
it.
with the homophobia, dude?
So I wasn't all the same.
What is homophobia? What is
You're
homophobia
implying
about
like
sucking
sucking
cock?
somebody's dick is somehow bad.
That is not
No,
homophobic.
you're sucking
It is
dick as in-
homophobic.
again,
That is not what he said, you faggot
That's
nigga.
not
Parrot, shut the
homophobic.
fuck up,
That is
nigga.
not
Oh my
homophobic.
God.
Shut your
Wow.
bitch ass up, you homosexual bitch.
Wow, you can see
No.
what
Wow.
Yeah, get him out of here.
Calm down.
Jesus
Calm
Christ.
down.
This is the sort of crowd Iceland hangs with.
Everyone, calm down, please.
I don't even know what just happened, to be honest.
Like, what the hell?
Using sucking someone's dick as an insult is homophobic. Okay.
I never used that as an
Yes, you
insult.
did.
What the fuck?
You did. You used
I
it
used
several
it as
times
a
as an
kid.
insult.
No, when I say somebody is
You're
sucking
saying that we're
somebody's
overly
dick,
familiar, and so he must be sucking my dick, which is definitely homophobic and an insult.
Bro,
Shut the
how
fuck
does
up.
this relate to the debate?
It wasn't.
He's already dodging the fucking debate, man. What do you want?
Just stay on the
He literally admitted
point.
he's
Just
not
stay
gonna
on the
respond to my
point.
argument.
Just stay on the
I'm
point.
gonna post this. Yeah, and I'm posting a timestamp.
He just said he's gonna post the scan and then he's gonna fucking dip out. He's not gonna respond to
That's
my
not what I
argument.
said. You
He
just
said
lied.
that it
That's
got
not what post this scan and then go to
conclusions.
conclusions. What the fuck? You just
Yeah, that's
lied.
not responding to my arguments.
Posting this scan and dipping out is not the same thing as posting this
You haven't
scan.
responded to any of my arguments
Not
yet.
the same thing.
I've made one argument this whole time, which is that
You made
ideas
multiple.
aren't the sort of things that engage in actions and exist in the physical world, which is something that Lobo does. So he can't be an idea as you defined concepts, which is
Okay,
already
here
a
we-
shitty
okay,
definition
here we
of concept anyway. But even using your definition, you have to be wrong.
So it's in scan chat 127.40. 1 second. 127.45 is the timestamp. 127.45, and then she refers to death as the idea, and it says that he thought he was being melodramatic. Right after that's Kitty Softball's statement about death, and then there's again those multiple things that I highlighted already provide likelihood. So there's that.
It doesn't say anything about ideas here. I think that Lobo literally is death, not the idea.
And then to address your shotgun about the fact of ideas not being able to interact physically, I just brought up how there's two different types of Lobo. There's Lobo directly killing people and existing as that embodiment of death, and then there's Lobo chasing people physically, which he does with Puss.
And neither of them are ideas.
Yeah,
Both of them are physical things.
Sure, you could think that. Okay.
They are both physical things that do things in the world. Dying is something that happens in the world, not just in people's minds. Being a physical being that attacks others is not something that just happens in the mind, it's something that happens in the world. Both of them are physical.
You can think that, Barrett. Okay,
Yeah, that's
cool.
my argument.
Sure,
okay,
again,
now-
that's a concession.
Yeah, that's a concession. You said sure, that's a concession.
Okay. No,
You
that's a
agree
sign
that
of-
they're both physical.
Stop talking. I don't know why you're being dishonest, you fucking rat.
Yo,
You just said
semantics. The
that
semantics
they're
go
both
crazy.
Now,
This is the same shit you were trying to pull earlier to me. So I don't know why you're mad about it.
Now that I'm done, I'm going to go to conclusions. Conclusions, I provided likelihood. You would definitely agree that, again, all ideas can be abstract, which is a retarded fucking claim. And then you blatantly agreed. Essentially, you didn't. You agreed to all ideas can be abstract, but then I brought up multiple forms of how he was referred to as an idea in the film, meaning that he is abstract. And then I brought up the distinction between how he has a physical embody that he can use to chase people, such as Puss in Boots just now. So that counters the entire argument about how you refer to how a concept or an idea can interact with physical things. And then I just showed to you how, again, he has a physical form that he can interact with people, but there's an idea of death that he still exists as. So that's a simple rebuttal to your argument. Thank you. You just got beat the fuck up at it, just like I did you 3 years ago.
So I'm going to make my conclusion now. I think it's funny that he made an argument with his conclusion that he didn't make any actual debate.
We're running the corner of the community.
But now I'm going to make my conclusion, right? We're going to conclusions.
Fall off again, just like I bodied you and you left.
Are you not going to let me make my conclusion?
Fall off at the bottom of the community
He doesn't
again.
want me to make my conclusion.
No, make your conclusion. Go ahead. I won't talk over you. I apologize. Make your conclusion. I apologize.
I made one very simple argument that kind of exploded out into more points throughout this entire discussion. And that is simply that as Eister defined concepts as abstract ideas, Lobo is not an idea, okay? He's a thing that participates in the world, that has physical changes on the world, like hurting people and damaging objects, and that he's not something that only exists in people's minds. If he did only exist in people's minds, then he wouldn't have any AP at all. So that would also sort of negate him as even being something impressive as a concept.
Never said that.
A counter argument against this was that there's the Lobo that sort of embodies people dying when he's not there, and then there's like the avatar that he manifests, or whatever you want to say it is, where he attacks people. However, as I already argued before this, both of these things are physical, right? Death is a state change in physical things, and alive things go to being dead things in a physical way. Both of these things are physical. All this means is that Lobo is death, not that he's the concept of death. If he was the concept of death, as Eister defined it, he would only be an idea, and he couldn't participate in any of these physical deaths, or he also would not be capable of making this avatar or manifestation that can attack people. There we go. And none of those arguments were responded to by Eister at any point.
Okay, thank you. You added multiple things to your conclusion. GG, nice to
I
meet you.
didn't add anything in my conclusion.
Eric, you didn't get any
I just
better.
made arguments that you couldn't rebut.
You did not get any better. You're still fucking ass.
Well, I do I beat you this time.
Now I'm gonna leave. Good luck getting slammed by
Get off
me,
the
like,
stage.
falling off the community, falling off the
Yeah, go back to your TikTok, buddy, so they can jack you off.
I already
One
Dog.
I already banned him because I was going to tell him to say his voice because like he dropped a slur.
Yeah, you're good. What I was gonna say.
He was banned already.